ଏଇଟା ଆପଣ ସାଉଣ୍ଡ ଲଗାଇବା ପାଇଁ ଖାଲି ଏଇଟାକୁ କ୍ଲିକ୍ କରିଦେବେ ଆଉ ସାଉଣ୍ଡ ଆସିବ
हाँ क्लिक कर दियो ना साउंड आसी
ମ୍ୟୁଟ୍ କରିଦେବେ
ए रख देले मोड से नहीं कैमरा का सपोर्ट আছে না
ଏଇଟାକୁ ହାଇଲାଇଟ୍ କରିଦେବେ
ଆପରେ ଭିଉଟା କଣ ଏ ମୋଡ କରିକି
ତା ସହିତ ଅଟୋମେଟିକ୍ ଆପଣ ଯାହା କରୁଛନ୍ତି ପଳେଇବ ଏଇଟା
ରହିବନି
ଆଉ ଏଇଟା ଦେଖିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ
ଛାଡ଼ गुड मॉर्निंग कल्याण बाबू सर
Good morning.
is my voice audible sir कल्याण बाबू सर
Audible, sir. Audible.
సార్
చెప్పమ్మా
సార్ గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ సార్
गुड मॉर्निंग
సార్ సార్ Sir, that day you said frequency response in the topic, no sir.
yes yes frequency response
Sir, means like under that what we need to prepare, sir, like.
frequency response means see like your transfer function yes or not transfer function is will come to the picture then sinusoidal response and your phase delay group delay these all thing will come it is there already in Kalyan Babu sir's note okay if you see if x of n is equals to e to power j omega 0 n then what is the output okay and we can say if you give one difference equation then how to find transfer function magnitude of the transfer function angle of the transfer function okay it is there it's in SAR's note
Okay, sir.
or still doubt
I will see, sir. Once I will see that.
just say when you people having exam tomorrow na
Day after tomorrow.
day after tomorrow
2 to 3.
okay
Akhil,
Sir.
15th కదా exam?
Yes, sir.
Okay. అవునా?
Sir. Fine, sir.
phase delay group delay also everything are covered very nicely Kalyan Babu sir cover everything people once go through the class note okay sir already uploaded in your GLearn if any doubt you ask no problem tomorrow also people having class now yes yes or not
అఖిల్ రేపు ఉంది కదా క్లాస్?
Yes, sir. Afternoon first
tomorrow
session.
afternoon session
revision
if people
చేద్దాం.
having class today once go through the note still if you are unable to find out then we will clarify tomorrow okay
Okay.
either sir will clarify or I will clarify no problem
Okay.
don't worry you just inform today okay so that we will plan for class tomorrow means what if you have any doubt anything you can ask tomorrow correct na Kalyan Babu sir
Okay, sir. Okay.
so that day after tomorrow they will give exam
Okay. Okay, sir.
So tomorrow, if people have any query regarding exam or anything, you can ask. We'll start, Kalan Babu sir.
Starts 11:05 it is.
Okay. Okay. Good morning again, all of you. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what we discussed till now, it's a DFT, yes or not? Completed DFT we discussed, and the DFT property, everything we discussed, yes or not? Clear? Now today, let's do some problem. After that, we'll go for overlap 7, overlap 8 method. Okay. If x of n equals to del of n, then what is discrete Fourier transform? Already I did this in classroom. What is discrete Fourier transform of del of n? Anyone? It is a
1, sir.
1. Very good. It is a 1. This question I did, na? Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
I think first question only this is a, it's very simple question. Okay, if you want to find DFT means the summation of n 0 to n minus 1 del of n e to power minus j 2 pi nk by n, and you all people know that del of n equals to 1 if n equals to 0, otherwise it is 0. This concept I will use here, that is equals to del of n equals to 1 when n equals to 0, means simple del of 0 n equals 0 e to power n equals 0 means e to power 0 plus rest all value equals to 0, yes or not, because it is 0 for rest all value. So del 0 is 1 multiply e to power 0 is 1, the answer is 1. Okay, now my question is find DFT of del of n plus n0 plus del of n minus n0. What is the answer? You can use time shifting property, yes or not? Time shifting property, if you use time shifting property, then what will get? We can write like this. By using linear property, you can write DFT of del of n plus n0 plus DFT of del of n minus n0 by using linear property. Now apply time shifting property. It is e to power j 2 pi k n0 by n plus this is e to power minus j 2 pi k n0 by n, then e to power j theta plus e to power minus j theta, it is 2 cos of 2 pi k n0 by n. Okay, so this is your answer. This is your answer. Got it? Yes or not? It's very simple. I use time shifting property. Similarly, if you take another question, let x of n equals to 8 power n, then what is DFT? It's very simple question. If this is another question, if x of n equals to 8 to power n, then what is DFT? Then DFT of x of n equals to summation of n 0 to n minus 1 8 to power n e to power minus j 2 pi nk by n, that is equals to summation of n 0 to n minus 1 a e to power minus j 2 pi k by n whole power n, then just it is a series. The formula you know, 1 minus 8 power n e to power minus j 2 pi k n whole power n, yes or not, divided by 1 minus a e to power minus j 2 pi k by n, that is equals to 1 minus 8 to power n multiply e to power minus j 2 pi k divided by 1 minus a e to power minus j 2 pi k by n. So this is your answer. What formula I use? This is the formula. Summation of n 0 to n, r to power n equals to 1 minus r to power n plus 1 by 1 minus r. Here 0 to n means n plus 1 number of term. Here 0 to n minus 1 means n number of term. Okay, so this formula I use if r is less than 1. If r greater than 1, you can use this formula, r to power n plus 1 minus 1 by r minus 1. Okay, if r is greater than 1. Clear all of you? Yes or not? Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, it's very simple.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, but DFT is not there for exam, no, sir?
DFT is not there for exam. Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I'll give another question, this is just for practice, okay? Then after that, we'll start overlap, save, overlap, add. Just this is like practice. If x of n equals to e to power j 2 pi n k0 by n, then find DFT. Can you do this problem by yourself? Similarly, another question I will give, x of n equals to e to power minus j 2 pi n k0 by n, then find x of k. Okay, you can do. Yes or not? The same. Here a means what? E to power j 2 pi k0 by capital N. Yes or not? In let this two question. So in the first question, just we did now. Here a means e to power j 2 pi k0 by n. Yes or not? And in second question, a equals to e to power minus j 2 pi k0 by n. Okay, just now we did. See, a to power n, we got this answers same. Here a equals this. Then simple replace a by this exponential term, will get the answer. Correct? Yes or not? Yes, section C and D. Section D student, you are getting or not? Hello? Section D.
Section D.
Sir.
Getting or not? Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And section C student. Section C, if people are getting or not? Akhil.
Sir,
Sir.
once can you show the previous
Back,
slides?
sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
beg you want to see? Okay, see. This is 8 to power n, okay. Simple it is. Now instead of a, I given some other exponential term. Now is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Clear now? Now simple replace a by e to power j. So it is 8 to power n. If you see our question, it is e to power j 2 pi n k0 by n. Now simple replace a by these values, you will get the answer. Okay. Yes, yes or not? Or still doubt? Section C student.
Understood, sir.
Okay. Now if I'll give another question, let x of n equals to 1 for 0 less than n less than n by 2 minus 1 and 0 otherwise. Then find x of k. Can you do this problem? It's easy, yes or not? Again, direct formula. Summation of n 0 to n minus 1 x of n e to power minus j 2 pi nk by n. Now x of n is defined for 0 to n by 2 minus 1. So it is 0 to n by 2 minus 1 and this x of n value is 1 e to power minus j. How we can write 2 pi k by n whole power, it is n. Now how many terms are there? 0 to n by 2 minus 1 means a capital N by 2 number of terms are there. Then what is the answer? 1 minus e to power minus j 2 pi k by n whole power n by 2 divided by 1 minus e to power minus j 2 pi k by n. Then it is 1 minus e to power minus j 2 pi k by n multiply n by 2 divided by 1 minus e to power minus j 2 pi k by n. Now if you see here, n cancel, 2 cancel. It is 1 minus e to power minus j pi k divided by 1 minus e to power minus j 2 pi k by n. So this is your answer. Okay, clear all of you? Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
It's very simple. See, so many varieties we touch. It's very simple. Okay. Now, if you want to touch all the property, I can give one problem. Already we given. Yes, we did. No problem. If still, if x of k, I am taking some value that 1, 1 plus j minus 1, 1 minus j. Just if you want to touch all the property, then question number 1, find. Okay, let this is your x1 k. I want to touch all the property and let x2 k is something minus 1, 1 plus 2j. Okay, 0, 1 minus 2j. See, I am taking randomly x1 k, x2 k. Then find DFT of, now I'm giving some random question, you people try it by yourself. Okay, find DFT of x1 n minus 1, x1 n plus 1, x1 minus n minus 1, x1 minus n plus 1. It's covered time shifting and folding property. Yes or not? Clear? Now same second question. People try it by yourself. This is your homework question. You try it. Already I did in the classroom. This is just homework to try it. Find DFT of x2 minus n. Okay. So simple, x2 minus n. So this is your time reversal property. This will comes under, it's a combination of this first two is a time shifting property and this next two is its combination of a time shifting and a time reversal property. Then question number 3, find DFT of then what conjugate property na? Let x1 conjugate n and find x2 conjugate minus n. So this is also cover conjugate property because it's covered time reversal property. X2 conjugate minus n. Okay, you people know yes or not? X1 conjugate and what is the DFT? It is a X1 conjugate of minus k, yes or not? Now X1 k is given. First find X1 conjugate k. Just I am giving one solution. X1 conjugate k means 1, 1 minus j, minus 1, 1 plus j. Then X1 conjugate minus k. Again time reversal. What you will do? First simple will not change, rest reversal. 1 plus j minus 1, 1 minus j. Okay, just one example. Huh? So you try it for x1 conjugate n, x2 conjugate minus n, and also if you want to find x1 conjugate minus n also you find, and x2 conjugate n. So this conjugate property covered. Okay, then what more question? I can give a convolution property. Okay, then find DFT of x1n circular convolution of x2n. It is very simple. What is the answer? x1k multiply x2k. Okay, x1k already given, x2k given, just multiply it. Okay, question number 5, multiplication property. Find DFT of x1n multiply x2n. Okay, it is 1 by n x1k circular convolution of x2k. Okay, so your multiplication property also covered. Now, what I can say, if you want to Parseval's theorem, then Parseval's theorem, if you want to write, find summation of n 0 to n minus 1 x1n mod square, and find summation of n 0 to n minus 1 x2 mod n whole square. The Parseval's theorem property used. Yes, and what is this value? It is 1 by n summation of k 0 to n minus 1 x1k magnitude square. If you want to write the answer, what is the answer? It is 1 by 4 x1k magnitude square means 1 square plus 1 plus j magnitude square means it is, what is the value? 1 plus j magnitude square. Yes, sir? Anyone? Akhil or Charisma? What is the value of 1 plus j magnitude square?
2, sir.
2. Very good. It's 2. Then plus minus 1 magnitude square 1
1,
plus 1 minus j magnitude square, again it is a
2.
2. Okay.
2.
Like this, huh? This is your Parseval's theorem. Then what is the answer coming? It's 4, 6 by 4. Huh? Similarly, you can do for this. Then what theorem left? What property? Frequency shifting property you can use e to power j pi n by 2. Okay, x1n, find DFT of this e to power minus j pi n by 2 x2n, find DFT of this. Yes or not? We can do, or we can find another question, x1n multiply cos of pi n by 2, or we can do another question, x2n multiply cos of pi n. We can do, yes or not? Simple, what to do? Replace cos by its exponential term. After that, what property people use? It is frequency shifting property. Okay, frequency shifting property. What is frequency shifting property? People know. e to power j 2 pi n k0 by n x of n is the x of k minus k0, and if it is a plus, if it is minus means it is a plus k0. It is the frequency shifting property. So you can use frequency shifting property to solve this type of question. Clear all of you? Or any property left? Yes, sir? Is common all property or anything left? It's cover, I think. Yes or not? This is your linear property, is just forgot, time shifting property, time reversal property, conjugate property, okay, then convolution property, multiplication property, Parseval's theorem, and this is your frequency shifting property. All property cover or anything left? I hope cover, yes or not? So please you take this as a homework so that you will understand the property more clearly if you solve. Already I said how to do and we did problem also. Just this is a small uh, homework question. You just try it so that you will understand the property more proper way. Can I go to next? This question completed? All of you? Yes or not? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, these are the questions you practice. Huh? Then we'll go to the new topic. Just keep reading. This is an important topic. Overlap. If it's your offline exam means pakka one question, 100% one question for 8 mark minimum. Overlap save method. Then we'll discuss overlap add method. See, now overlap save method is used to find linear convolution between two sequences. Okay, two sequence means one sequence is a very big sequence, another it may be small or big, not a problem. Okay, so now what we are doing in the overlap save method, if the sequence is very long, then by using conventional method it is required more storage and it's little complex. It's time taking process. So to reduce that effort or to reduce that complexity or time period, we are using overlap save method and overlap add method to find linear convolution of a big sequencer, big length sequencer with some impulse response. For example, I'll give one example so that people will understand. Okay, example. Let length of impulse response, or we can write like this: length of h of n is the impulse response is n. Try to understand. I will solve one problem. You will clear it. And length of a block. So what we are doing, whenever you are getting let length of block is let L1. Okay, it means what is the necessity of block here? I want to say when you are getting a very big sequence, big input sequence, so instead of finding direct convolution, we have to divide the input sequence into number of blocks. Then we have to process the each block individually, and at the end we will combine all to get our result. Okay, now in overlap save method, let length of impulse response is m and length of block means L1. L1 means any value, but it must be greater than the value of m. Okay, now I am taking one question. You all people please write the question, and through that question I will explain how to find overlap save method. Let x of n equals to, please write 3 minus 1 0 1 3 2 0 1 2 1 0 1 2 1. Okay, 3 minus 1 0 1 3 2 0 1 2 1. Let this is my sequence. Okay, sequence may be more big, but here for calculation point of view we are taking minimum length sequence, but it may be more means it may be 100 200 also. It's very big sequence also you can use, but your exam also maximum it is 9 10 11 means more, not more than that it will give. Okay, then impulse response later h of n equals to 1 1 1. Now your question is find the output of an system. Okay, find the output of an LTI system whose impulse response is h of n and input is x of n. Your question is find y of n for an LTI system. And you all people know that for an LTI system, the output is convolution sum of input and impulse response. But if you see here, the input having means more sample values, means big length sequence. Okay, and impulse response is a small sequence. Now, step by step, I am explaining. Please try to understand my point, and you have to remember. Okay, the first step, what to do? First step, okay, what to do? First, decide the length of block. Now, see what is the sample here present: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 samples are present. Now, what is the samples of H of n? 1, 2, 3 means here if you see the m equals to 3, length of impulse response. Okay, then the length of a block. Block means you have to divide this sequence into number of blocks. Okay, length of block must be greater than 3. Let I am taking 5, but if you want you can take 6, 7 or 4, anything, but it must be greater than 3, and it must be less than the length of input x of n. Okay, so better 5, 6, 7 like this you take. Let I am taking 5. Clear? That is equals to L1. Now I will divide the sequence x of n into number of blocks. How I am dividing, please you note down. See, for overlap shape method, don't confuse. X1n first sequence equals to, okay, see how I am writing, 0, 0 means I want to write, see, first m minus 1 sample 0. You have to put like this only every time. First means first m minus 1 sample of first sequence, only first sequence equals to 0. Means here m equals to 3, that's why I'm putting m minus 1 means 3 minus 1, 2 zeros. First m minus 1 sample of first sequence is or put first m minus 1 sample of first sequence equals to 0, not is, it is equals to 0, equals to 0. Okay, this part I will erase later, just for your point I am writing. So what to do? First m minus sample equals to 0. Next, what is the length? 5. Now first 2 is 0. Then how many more samples are required? 3. Yes or not? Because length of the block is 5. 3 means you take 3 sample from input. 3 minus 1, 0. Clear all of you? Yes or not? Again I am repeating. See, if you not understand, you ask me. If you not asking means I will think that you understand properly. Okay. Again I am repeating. First m minus 1 sample put 0. Then rest means how many samples left? It is 3 means left is 2 sample is 0. Then block is 5. Then 5 minus 2, 3 samples you have to enter like this. Then how to write second? I am repeating. Now x2n, when you will write next sequence, that is very important. When you will write next sequence, then first m minus 1 sample become last m minus 1 sample of a previous sequence. Okay, again I am writing for x2. First for x1 fix, first m minus 1 sample equals 0. For x2, first not x2, x2 onward. Okay, first m minus 1 sample equals to last m minus 1 sample of previous sequence. Okay, here x2 means previous sequence is x1, and so first m minus 1 means first 2 sample becomes last 2 sample of x1, and means first 2 sample is minus 1, 0. Okay, see, first 2 sample will come here. Then how many more sample required? Obviously block length is 5 means 2 over more 3 required. Again more 3 means take new 3 value from x1n. What are the new 3 value? 1 through t. 1, 3, 2. Get it? Now x3n also same. x3n. First m1 sample of a previous. Now last m1 is sample of previous. So first two sample what? 3, 2. Okay. Then next 3 new value. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. Okay. Then how we can write x4n? Again same process. See, first x1n is first m minus 1 sample 0, then 3 is new value, x2 sequence onward. First m minus 1 sample become last m1 sample of a previous sequence. Rest all values are same. Means rest all values should take from the input. Now for x4n, last m minus 1 sample value 1, 2. Then again new 3 value. New 3 value only 1 is there. It is 1, 0, 0. Okay. Then what is x5n? Again, last two sample value of a previous 0, 0. And next 3 more sample of a new. New, no sample present. So it is 0, 0, 0. See, you have to proceed like this to get all the sample value of a sequence 0. Now here x5 you are getting all sample value 0, so you will stop here. You will stop here, and since all the sample value is 0, not required to consider for next proceeding. Okay, so this is your step 1. Again I am repeating last time. Step 1, in the step 1, what? See here, length of impulse response is 3. Let length of the block is 5. This value anything, you can take 6. If you want, you can take 6, 7, whatever the value, it must be greater than 3. Okay, but I taken here 5. Then write the first sequence. For first sequence, first m minus 1 sample value is 0. Then next 3 value, because the length of block is 5, 2 sample over, 2 value is over, then how many values required? More 3, because length is 5. Okay, then take 3 minus 1, 0 from the sequence. Then come to the second sequence. First m minus 1 sample, you must take the last m minus 1 sample of a previous sequence. See, previous sequence, last m minus 1 sample value I taken. Here I taken 2 sample value, because the value of m is 3. If m equals to 4 means 4 minus 1, you have to take 3 sample value. Okay, like this. Now 1, 0 you did, rest 3 you taken from here. Then next sequence, same process. Last 2 sample, 3, 2. Next 3 new value, 0, 1, 2. X4 same. Last 2 sample of previous 1, 2. Next 3 from here 1, no values there, so 0, 0. X5n, last 2 sample 0, 0. Next 2, 3 value, no values present, so all zeros. Now xpn means once you will get all 0, means 0 sequence. At that time we will stop here the first step. I hope you all people understand step 1. Then come to step 2.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, one say how we took length and m, sir.
M is a impulse response length. But how many sample value present? 1, 2,
1,
3.
3. Okay.
So length is 3. Get it?
Yes, sir.
Because see how many sample values present? 1, 2, 3. That's why 3. And length
Okay.
of block, it is your wish. It is completely
Okay.
your wish.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Sir,
But it must be greater than the value of m. Yes.
sir, why we are taking that length of the block is always greater than m, sir? Means
Why you are taking? Yes. Otherwise, how you can proceed? See, actually, why taking the main reason is this is the method. Overlap shape method means they design the method like this only. Okay, but this is a good question. It will not take greater than 3, then aliasing effect will come. Okay, the sequence will overlap with each other. Then what output will get because of aliasing effect, you will not get the correct convolution.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
But you
Okay.
just first simple answer is they design the method like this because someone designed, yes or not?
Yes.
This is his design. He taken the length of the block always greater than the length of the impulse response. Okay, this is the answer. But if you want to go little deeper, if you will not take, then aliasing effect will come. Means samples will overlap with each other.
Yes.
Okay, that
Yes.
is the reason it's taking.
Okay,
Anyone
sir.
else? Now clear all of you? Or anyone having question, ask me, no problem. Again, I am repeating this length of the block is completely your wish. See, the overlap shape method, overlap add method, these two methods, what they are doing, they are decomposing the big length sequence, which input into small number of blocks, into blocks. Okay, means block length is smaller than the length of the input. Now, instead of processing the complete input at a time, what they will do, they will process all the blocks individually. Then its complexity is less, time required is less. After that, at the end, we will combine all. So for that purpose, they given two methods. This is one overlap shape method, another is overlap add method. Okay. Now clear all of you? Yes or not?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Now in the step 2, what we got first see. First write what you got. See, remember the process everything. So x1 you got 0 0 3 minus 1 0, x2 you got minus 1 0 1 3 2, x3 you got 3 2 0 1 2. Okay, and x4 you got 1 2 1 0 0. Not required to write x5 because all sample values are 0. Yes or not? So not required to write this x5. It's not required. Now the impulse response h. Okay, every x1n is there, x2n is there. Just I'm writing like this. I'm just not using this index part, but you will write all the index part also inside. Now h is 1 1 1. Now what if people will do in the step 2, make the length of h equals to length of block. Or you can say that change the length of impulse response h to length of block. Here length of block is 5. So what I will do, I will append 2 zeros. Remember the process. Append 2 zeros. Clear? So this is the first part. Clear? So what you will do, just to write all this x1, x2, x3, x4. Now change the impulse response length equals to length of a block, or if you want, I will write change the impulse response length equals to length of a block. Okay, so this part over. Now come to step 3. Remember all the steps. Step 3. Now what you got? You decompose x of n into 4 individual sequences. Okay. Instead of this big sequence, now you have 4 sequence. Now we have to process all these 4 sequence. So in this step 3, find y1 equals to x1 circular convolution of H. Do it by yourself first and save the answer. Similarly, what to do? Similarly, y2 equals to x2 circular convolution of H. y3 equals to x3 circular convolution of H, and y4 equals to x4 circular convolution of H. Now you all people quickly find this y1, y2, y3, y4. Do it fast. I am giving you 3-minute time. You know how to find circular convolution. Do it and tell me the answer. What is y1 first?
-10322, sir.
Very good. It is a how much? -1, 0, 3, 2, 2. Correct? All of you, please verify it. This is the answer, -1, 0, 3, 2, 2. Then y2. First, all of you, section C and D. y2.
Sir, Y2 41046.
Good. y2 is 4, 1, 0, 4, 6. Correct answer. Please, all of you check this. Then y3.
Sir, Y3 67533.
Good. 6, 7, 5, 3. What only one girl is doing, Sravya? Rest, what about rest people? Only one person is saying all the answer. Okay, y4. Then last one.
13431, sir.
Good. 1, 3, 4, 3, 1. Who said this answer?
Sandeep, sir.
Sandeep, roll number 7. Good. Okay, 1, 3, 4, 3, 1. See, so you all people understand all the steps. First step, you all people understand how I decompose a big sequence x of n into number of individual sequence. Okay. Second step, I just change the impulse response length equals to length of block. Third step, you have to find circular convolution individually. Now 4 sequences are there. The 4 circular convolution will get output with the impulse response. Then last, final step. Okay, I'll write here. This is the final step. Step 4. Now over. This is over means your everything is over. Now last step is okay. Discard first m minus 1 sample value from each output. Okay, I'm writing here. Discard first m minus 1 sample value from each output and write the result. And write the result. Okay. Now final result output y of n equals to, now see what you will do. Discard first m minus 1. What is the value of m? 3. M minus 1 is 2. So discard first m minus 1 sample value from each output. Okay, I am discarding 2 to sample value because you all people know m equals to 3. So m minus 1 equals to 2. So you have to discard first m minus 1 sample value. Discard first m minus 1 sample value. Discard first m minus 1 sample value. Then what is the answer? What left, that is the answer. Just write. Here it is 3, 2, 2. So your y of n is 3, 2, 2. Then 0, 4, 6. 0, 4, 6. Then 5, 3, 3. 5, 3, 3. Then 4, 3, 1. 4, 3, 1. This is your x of n convolution. This is circular convolution, this is convolution. H of n. So this is your answer. Clear all of you? Yes or not? So this is the complete process of overlap shape method. I hope you all people understand. Just quickly, I'm again revising people. First is write the length of impulse response, then length of block you take according to your wish, but it must be greater than the value of m, means length of impulse response. Then see that big sequence impulse response. Now what to do? If you want to avoid step 2, means here also you can change impulse response length equals to length of block by appending 2, 0. It's completely your wish, not required to write in step 2 also only. Now what I did, now I decompose the big length sequence into number of sequence. Now here single sequence I decompose into 4 parts by taking length of block equals to 5. If you want, you can take length of block equals to 6 and you can decompose. It's completely your wish. So what I did, the first m minus 1 sample of first sequence equals to 0. Rest 3 sequence. 3 sequence means how many sequence it is? It is actually L1 minus of m minus 1 because length of the block is L1. Okay. Where m minus 1 sample you entered, then how many left? L1 minus m minus 1 sample left. Okay. Then x2. Some noise is coming. Please mute yourself. 46, mute yourself. Roll number 46, D section. D section roll number 46. Mute yourself. Okay, thank you. Now, first sequence, first m minus 1 samples is 0. Then rest L1 minus m minus 1 sample you take directly from the input. After that, when you're writing next sequence, the first m minus 1 sample value equals to last m minus 1 sample value of a previous sequence. Rest 3. 3 means the same. L1 minus m minus 1 sample, new sample value you have to take from the input. Then you have to process like this. You have to write all the sequence till to get all 0 sample value sequence. Till that moment you proceed. Okay, clear? After that, write x1, x2, x3, x4. Write impulse response, change the length of the impulse response to length of block. After that, find the individual output y1 equals to x1. Circular conversion of impulse response. Similarly, y2, y3, y4. After that, finally, what the people will do? Just discard first m minus 1 sample. Discard first m minus 1 sample value from each output and write the result. Okay, so finally you will get. Now, if you want to verify, simple find convolution of x of n, h of n in MATLAB, you will get this same answer. Okay, if you use one common CO and B convolution, you just enter this sequence, convolution of x, comma h. If you type in the command window or edit window also, you will get this answer. In this way, you can verify. Okay, I hope you all people understand. Yes or not? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, my question is, you people please try by changing this length of the block. Okay, all of you. Let this is the homework question. The block length I taken 5. Okay, now you let take the block length equals to 6 or 7. You try it whether you are getting same output or not. Okay, if you want, you can take 4 also. It must be greater than 3. You just try it whether you are getting same output or not. This is your homework. So next class, we will discuss overlap add method, another method. Okay, so and just first 10 to 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I will discuss overlap add method. After that, if you have any query regarding exam or anything, we will discuss that part, because day after tomorrow, now if people having exam, okay, so we will discuss. Clear? Anyone having any doubt, you ask me. I'm just giving 1 minute time to you people. You ask.
See, if the impulse response is 2, you have to add 1 0, students.
Good.
Hello.
Clear, all of you? Say,
Hmm.
sir, what sir is saying, if impulse response is 2, means if m equals to 2, then you have to add m minus 1 0, means 2 minus 1, 1 0.
1 0. Okay, clear, Akhil?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay, okay.
Okay, anyone else? If any query, you ask. So I hope you all people clear. Yes? So if all people clear, then we'll stop our lecture here. Yes, Kalyan Babu sir?
Okay, sir. We'll stop here.
We'll stop here. Okay,
Oh,
all of
oh.
you. Uh,
Attendance, C and D.
your both sections C and D people, please send the attendance to Kalyan Babu sir. So sir
Okay,
will
sir.
post the attendance. And
Thank you, sir.
also,
Ah.
if any query regarding the means of unit 1, you just inform to sir, so that or inform to me, no problem. Sir, clarify your doubt, because day after tomorrow is exam. Correct, Kalyan Babu sir?
Okay, sir. Okay, okay.
Okay, just like revision. I will take not just
Okay.
10 to 15 minutes time I will take to
Ah.
complete overlap add method.
Okay.
After that, if you have any query on first unit, you can ask us. Sir is there. And
Okay.
if you have any query in DFS, discrete Fourier series, so also you can ask. So we will clarify your doubt for tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So we will stop here.
We'll stop
Uh,
here.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Kalan Babu sir. Thank you, student.
Thank you, sir.
We will meet again tomorrow
Tomorrow.
with some new topic. Okay. Meanwhile, people prepare. So we will end this meeting, Kalan Babu sir. Yes. Okay, I'm ending this meeting. Thank you again. Thank you again, all of you, all students and sir. Thank you so much.